I've always wondered in GTA 5 is why don't we have realistic top speeds like in Forza or The Crew 2? For example, the Entity XXR's Koenigsegg 1 in GTA 5 and its top speed is 128 miles per hour, while in real life it's 281 miles per hour. In games like Forza Horizon 5, the top speed of that car is 273 miles per hour, which is close to its real life top speed, and it still feels extremely fast in that game. But in GTA 5, it's definitely not one of the fastest cars, and even when you're driving at top speed, matter of fact, if you're driving at top speed in any car, you really don't feel like you're going that fast. Now, of course, you have to throw braking into the mix in this. If you're playing Forza Horizon 5, you're in a car and you're going like 500 kilometers per hour and you want to come to a full stop, it's going to take you a while, which is what it is in real life. It's realistic. But in GTA 5, you're going at a car's top speed in 2 seconds. You would be able to come to a complete stop, which isn't realistic at all. And when you think about it, GTA 5 is realistic in some ways, but not in a lot of other ways, if you know what I mean, by alien guns, flying bikes that defy the law of physics, the fact that you could fly military jets and Apache helicopters, or maybe a giant tank on the streets of Los Santos, and nobody really cares as long as you're just minding your own business. So Rockstar could really improve the power of braking in GTA 5, and then they can also increase the top speeds of vehicles. For example, if you play Grand RP and you go buy a car that's in GTA 5 and then you upgrade it in Grand RP and you take it for a spin, you will go much faster in that car than you would in GTA 5 because they made the top speeds more realistic. And when you want to come to a stop, it doesn't take like 15 seconds. You come to a stop just like you would in GTA 5, or maybe it'll take a little longer, but at most it'll take about 5 seconds, maybe less. And I personally really love that. Like, I'm driving down the street super fast in my maxed out Ferrari or something like that, and I'm just flying, and then I can come to a stop and everything is great. And then I go back to GTA Online and I'm like, yep, I'm driving super slow again, and it gets kind of annoying. So I just wonder why Rockstar never actually just increased the top speed of vehicles in GTA 5 to make their top speeds a lot more realistic. It's still something I've wondered since I've started playing other games where cars have, realistic top speeds. I honestly think it would make the game a lot more fun. Another thing I've been wondering about in GTA 5 and also with Rockstar Games is why the value of shark cards hasn't gone up. I've talked about this before, so I'm not going to drag it on too long, but things like the Adder back in the day, when you bought an $8 million shark card, you could buy a ton of those cars or a bunch of other stuff, including that car. It was great, but things have gotten a lot more expensive in GTA 5 over the past decade, and shark card values haven't changed, and they still cost the exact same amount, which is kind of annoying. So if every single thing in GTA 5 is inflating in terms of pricing, then hopefully Rockstar and Expanded and Enhanced will change the amount that you get from shark cards. Like paying $5 for 100 grand or 200 grand in GTA 5 is crazy. Think about that. You're paying $5 to get 200k. You can't even buy a stun gun with that. Really think about that. But 200k back in the day would buy you a pretty nice sports car, or maybe a bunch of clothes, a bunch of guns, and things like that for only $5. That was awesome. But now, you really don't get much for 200k. You really don't get anything, to be honest. Even the Deadline outfits, I believe, are more expensive than 200k. And what about the Luxor Deluxe? That's a $10 million private jet. You buy an $8 million shark card for $100 of your hard-earned money, and then you still can't buy that jet. They're saying that that private jet in this game is worth more than $100 of real life money. Think about how crazy that actually is. I personally believe if you were to spend $100 on a shark card in GTA 5, you should get at least $20 million in game. I think that would be a completely fair amount. You'd be able to buy the most expensive thing in the game, which is the Maze Bank Tower and all of the garages fully upgraded for like $13.5 million, and you'd still have like another $7 mil left over to spend on whatever you want. I think that's a fair amount for $100 of your real life money. Like I said, since all the things in game are inflating, shark cards should as well. So I still wonder to this day why Rockstar hasn't changed that. This next one I wondered a fairly long time ago, but then obviously found the answer. But I know a lot of people out there still wonder this to this day, and it's why Rockstar hasn't added or didn't add real cars to GTA 5. The reason why is because it's bad marketing for the car companies. And the second I heard that, I just connected the dots and I was like, yep, that makes complete sense because GTA is a very violent game. People wouldn't want to buy vehicles if there are videos out there of people being run over by those cars, especially because the game is fairly realistic in terms of appearance. The graphics look great, and you can make the game look very, very realistic. So if you see somebody driving a beautiful 2022 Range Rover and then they just go and kill an entire crowd of people, that wouldn't really look good on the car company and it would probably decrease sales. But what really makes me confused is the fact that that bad marketing we were talking about for those car companies is already out there in the world. And it's in GTA 5. And there are videos out there with millions of views of people using these cars in GTA 5, having guns out, killing people, getting in the cars, running over people with these cars, and they're out there. But the car companies don't do anything about it, ever. Like, one of the most popular sources for this is GTA5mods.com. They have tens of thousands of cars, and a bunch of the cars that you could download have hundreds of thousands of downloads. Altogether, they probably have at least 100 million total downloads, which is a lot of downloads, and people have been making videos about it for a long time. Even RP servers like Grand RP has thousands of people playing on that server, videos made about it everywhere, and they don't do anything about it. The car companies don't really care. So if the videos are out there, the bad marketing is out there, why can't Rockstar Games add these real cars to GTA 5? I get it, GTA is a very popular game, but if this bad marketing is already out there and it's online and it doesn't look like the car companies are really going after it whatsoever, then what's stopping Rockstar from doing the exact same thing, except now they'll actually pay for the rights for everything and they have a great counterpoint to say, well, this is already out there, so why can't we do it? So I'm hoping in the next GTA installment, we might actually see this, since like I said, everything's already out there. You can download a real car, put it in GTA 5, make a video about it, maybe it'll get 100 million views, and I highly doubt the car companies out there are going to end up taking it down, because if they did, then they'll have to take everything else down, and they're never going to be able to get everything. So it just confuses me why Rockstar can't add real cars if the bad marketing that people have been talking about for years revolving around this topic is already out there. It just confuses the hell out of me, and I still wonder about it to this day. Let me know what you guys think of that down below in the comments section. Do you agree with me there? Like, the bad marketing's out there, and the car companies really aren't doing anything about it. If they were, GTA5mods.com wouldn't have a single real car on there whatsoever, and you wouldn't be able to put them in GTA 5. So let me know what you guys think of that down below in the comments section, and if you honestly think that in the future we could end up seeing real cars in GTA 5, or the car companies will finally end up going after these people that are modding these cars in games, and, you know, they'll actually end up going after creators that are using them in their videos. Let me know what you think down below, but anyways, that is pretty much going to wrap the video up for today. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it, and I will catch you guys in the next one.